Welcome to Rizzi. Now we are continuing the chapter straight lines 3 here, and in that the topic name is triangles and quadrilaterals. The topic name is triangles and quadrilaterals here. So every triangle and quadrilateral, before discussing about triangles and quadrilaterals, every triangle and quadrilateral. Triangle is nothing but a figure which is framed by 3 lines, and a figure which is framed by 4 lines is a quadrilateral. So triangle is framed by only straight lines. The quadrilateral also is framed by only straight lines. The combination of straight lines we are getting first diagram, that is triangle and quadrilateral. So based on that we have to discuss we have to discuss on triangles and quadrilaterals by using straight lines. Here every straight line is useful to construct triangles and quadrilaterals here, and in that first we have some points here. In that first point is, first we have to look at the first point, that is the ratio of sides of a triangle formed by L1 is equal 0, L2 is equal 0, L3 is equal 0 is square root of a1 square plus b1 square modulus of a2 b2 a3 b3 east. This is east ratio, this is east, and square root of a2 square plus b2 square modulus of a3 b3 a1 b1 east, again square root of a3 square plus b3 square modulus of a1 b1 a2 b2. See here the usage of this formula is, the ratio of sides of a triangle. If you want to find the ratio of a sides of a triangle, let us take one triangle here. This is a triangle, this is side 1, this is a1, assume that this is a2, this is a3. Otherwise you can take here L1 L2, already we have taken, that is L1 L2 L3. 3 lines here. The general form of line equation is L is equal to ax plus by plus c is equal 0. This is a general form of straight line equation. So if you have 3 lines, L1 is equal 0 and L2 is equal 0, L3 is equal 0 in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal 0. If you want to find the length of, then the ratio of lengths of, then the ratio of L1 is to L2 is to L3, then it will become square root of a1 square plus b1 square into modulus of a2 b3 a2 b3 a2 b2 a3 b3, and east square root of a2 square plus b2 square modulus of a3 b3 a1 b1, and east square root of a3 square plus b3 square modulus of a1 b1 and a2 b2. If you observe this formula here, how to remember this formula? First of all, here a1 square plus b1 square is there. So the remaining values are 2 and 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Here 2 is there. a2 square plus b2 square is there. So 3, 1 here determinant, and a3 square b3 square, and a1 b1 a2 b2 here. So in every combination of ratio we have a1 b1 a2 b2 a3 b3 combination. So that's why we have to first assume this ratio is, this square root value is a1 square plus b1 square, a2 square plus b2 square, a3 square plus b3 square, and a2 b2 a3 b3 a3 b3 a1 b1 and a1 b1 a2 b2. This is the usage of this formula here. This is a formula for finding ratio of the triangle when 3 lines are given. This is all about the first point, and the second point is we have to discuss each and every point clearly. So let d1 be the distance between, this is the distance between parallel lines, that is ax plus by plus c1 is equal 0 and ax plus by plus c2 is equal 0. Why I am taking ax plus by plus c1 and ax plus by plus c2. When comes to parallel lines, the coefficients of x and y are same. Coefficients of x comma y of two lines are same. So here the only changing factor is the constant. C1 C2 is not same here. Then only if C1 C2 also same, what will happen? They are coincident lines here. Coincide line. So here we have two parallel lines. Here we have two parallel lines, and ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, ax plus by plus c2 is equal to 0, and the distance between these two parallel lines is d1. And again we are taking two more parallel lines, that is a1x plus b1y plus k1 is equal to 0, and a1x plus b1y, this is common. These two are parallel, that's why only the constant value is changed here, k1 and k2. These are also two parallel lines here. The distance between these two parallel lines is d2, d1 and d2. This is one set of parallel line, this is also one set of parallel lines. The distance between first set of parallel line is d1 and the second set of parallel line is d2. And he is saying the first condition. What is our first condition? Here understand carefully. Here two set of parallel lines are there. The first set of parallel lines are this one, and the second set of parallel line is this one. The distance between first set of parallel line is d1 and the distance between second set of parallel line is d2 here. So this is the first information he is given. According to this information, he is given the conditions. First one is a is a square d1 is equal to d2. For example, I am taking two parallel lines. This is one set of parallel lines. This is d1, and I am taking one more set of parallel lines. This is d2. The distance between these two parallel line and these two parallel line equal. d1 is equal to d2. And then the condition should satisfy a1 plus b1 is equal to 0. Then it is said to be square. Here this distance between these two parallel lines are same. If you take extender like this, this is the d1 and this is the d2. d1 equal to d2, then it will become square. When the condition satisfy a1 plus b1 is equal to 0 here. When the condition satisfy, if d1 d2 is equal to 0, if both the distance are equal between two parallel lines, and if the condition satisfied, then the figure is said to be square here. And where a1 and b1 are, a1 are a comma b are first set of parallel line x comma y coefficients, and a1 b1 are second set of parallel lines x comma y coefficients. See, observe clearly here. A comma B are first set of parallel lines x comma y coefficients respectively, and A1 B1 are second set of parallel line coefficients x comma y coefficients respectively here. This is all about the first point. And the second point is see here the second point, rhombus. This is a rhombus. Rhombus is having all the sides are equal. All sides are equal is nothing but d1 should equal to d2. d1, the distance between these two parallel lines and these two parallel. These two are parallel lines. And these two also parallel lines. So the distance between d1 and d2, these two parallel lines are equal, and if the condition does not satisfy a1 plus b1 is not equal to 0, then the figure is said to be rhombus. Understand clearly? If the distance between two parallel lines are equal, in rhombus all the sides are equal, so it is like square, but the up here in square all angles are 90 degrees. In rhombus the opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other here. This is all about rhombus. And if the distance between d1 d2 are equal and if the condition does not satisfy a1 plus b1 is not equal to 0, then the figure is said to be rhombus here. And the next point is rectangle. Rectangle is like this. Rectangle is this is a rectangle, and this is first set of parallel lines. This is first second set of parallel line. This is a second set of parallel line. The distance between these two parallel lines is d1 and the distance between these two parallel lines is d2. d1 and d2 both are not equal here. If d1 d2 both are not equal and if the condition a1 plus b1 is equal to 0, then the figure is said to be a rectangle here. Then the figure is said to be rectangle. So first of all, the distance between these two parallel lines should not be equal and the condition must satisfy here a1 plus b1 is equal to 0, then the figure is said to be, then the pair of straight lines is called rectangle, frame rectangle here. This is all about the third point. And the fourth point is parallelogram. Parallelogram is nothing but this is a parallelogram I am taking. This is first set of parallel lines and this is second set of parallel lines. The distance between these two parallel lines is d1 and the distance between these two parallel lines is d2. d1 is not equal to d2. d1 is not equal to d2 and the condition a1 plus b1 is not equal to 0, then only the figure is said to be parallelogram. See here, in parallelogram the opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. These two are equal and the opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. When it comes to rectangle, all the angles are equal and the opposite sides are also equal here. That is the major difference between parallelogram and rectangle. Here also square and rhombus here. And here the condition a1 plus b1 is not equal to 0. Then only it will become parallelogram here. And the next condition is completed. Parallelogram is completed here. And next one, the area of the triangle. First understand clearly, read properly. The area of the triangle formed by the line x by a plus y by b is equal to 1 with the coordinate axis is 1 by 2 of modulus of AB. 1 by 2 of modulus of AB. Here area of the triangle we want. Area of the triangle. This is nothing but area of the triangle. When he is given a straight line, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. What is the form of straight line? This is an intercept form. Intercept form of straight line here. So where a and b are intercepts of x and y here. So if you take the coordinate axis here, I am taking coordinate axis x dash y dash here, x dash y dash. If you take an intercept form of straight line here, this is an intercept form of straight line here. Here this is a comma 0, this is 0 comma b. This is a point. This is 0 comma 0 O. So here we framed a triangle here. This is a triangle. Here, for this triangle, the area of the triangle, area of the triangle we want. Area of the triangle. How we can find the area of the triangle here? This is the A here, the distance between center to the point of intersection on x-axis, and this is the distance B here. This is the center to point of intersection of V on y-axis here. So the formula is 1/2 of modulus of AB. For example, if a line is intersecting 4 and 5 here, so then 1/2 into 4 into 5. So 2 1 ja 2 2 ja 5 into 5 2 ja 10 units. This is the area of the triangle to form by using intercept form of a straight line. When an intercept form of straight line intersecting with the coordinate axis at 0 comma a comma 0 and 0 comma b here. This is all about the area of the triangle when a straight line is given in the form of intercept. And the next point is area of the triangle formed by the line ax plus by plus c is equal 0 with the coordinate axis. Here in last case he is given the straight line equation in the form of intercept form, but he is given in this case the straight line equation in the form of general form, that is ax plus by plus c is equal 0. Here I am taking the coordinate axis. This is x dash and y dash. The intersection of these two axes is origin 0 comma 0. A straight line equation intersecting the two coordinate axes. This is a straight line equation. This straight line equation is ax plus by plus c is equal 0. This straight line equation intersecting on x axis and y axis here. So on x axis it is intersecting at one point, and y axis it intersecting one point. This is origin 0 comma 0. By attaching all the points here, a triangle is framed here. This is a right angle triangle. This is the area enclosed between the coordinate axis and the straight line here, and here he is asking to find the area of the triangle. So where a and b comma c are coefficients of x and y, c is a constant here, then the area of the triangle formula is c square by 2ab, where c is a constant of the straight line, 2 is a real number, a is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y here. So if you substitute the values of a comma b comma c in this expression, you will get the area of the triangle here. And this is a major difference here. The difference between these 2 points here both are making with the coordinate axis. These are two straight lines here. This is intercept form, this is a general straight line form here. And the next point is area of the rhombus. Area of the rhombus is ax plus by plus c is equal 0 is 4 into area of the triangle is equal to c square by mod of ab, where area of the rhombus here we want. I am taking a rhombus here. I am taking rhombus. I am taking rhombus here, and so in rhombus all the sides are equal. In rhombus all the sides are equal here. This is the intersecting point O I am taking. This is A, B, C, D. If you observe this figure, A, O, B and B, O, C and C, O, D and A, O, D all are right angle triangles. Here the diagonal, these are AC and BD are diagonals. In rhombus diagonals are perpendicular to each other, so that's why here angle is 90 degrees everywhere, 90, 90, 90, 90. So angle is 90 degrees everywhere. So here we framed all the triangles are right angle triangles here. So this is triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 3 and triangle 4. Here 4 triangles are framed. This rhombus is framed by only one straight line equation. Why? Because in rhombus all the lines are equal. All the lines are equal here. So we can find the area of the triangle by using only one straight line equation and the angle between the lines here. So here 4 triangles are there. 4 triangles are there. 4 triangles. 4 triangles are right angle triangles. Then 4 into area of triangle, right angle triangle. Already we know that 4 into area of the triangle is c square by 2 into modulus of AB. 2 1 ja 2 2 ja 2 into 2c square by modulus of AB. This is the area of the rhombus when only one straight line equation is given. In rhombus all the sides are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Area of the rhombus is framed by 4 into area of the right angle triangle here. And this is all about this point here. And the next, area of the triangle formed by line AIX plus BIY plus CI is equal 0, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3. So I am taking a triangle here. This is a triangle. So this is Li is equal to L1 is equal to, if we substitute 1, 2, 3 in this expression, we'll get L1 is equal to A1x plus B1y plus C is equal to 0. This is one equation. And L2 is equal to 0, A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. This is L3, A3x plus B3y plus C3 is equal to 0. Here we have 3 straight lines equal. By using 3 straight lines we can form a triangle here. We can form a triangle here by using 3 straight lines. We can form a triangle here. This is not a right angle triangle, it is any triangle here. So L1, L2, L3 are 3 straight lines equations. Whenever a 3 straight lines is given of a triangle, then this is the formula to find the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle formula is delta square by 2 into modulus of lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. So where lambda and delta, what is meant by delta? The delta is determinant of A1, A2, A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. This is the value of delta. This is the determinant of delta, where A1, B1, C1 are coefficients of this one and A2, B2 are coefficients of L2 and A3, B3, C3 are coefficients of L3 here. And we have 3 more values, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, where lambda 1 is modulus of A2, B2, A3, B3, A2, B2, A3, B3, and lambda 2 is the modulus value of A1, B1, A3, B3, A1, B1, A3, B3, and lambda 3 is the modulus value of A1, B1, A2, B2, A1, B1, A2, B2. This is the lambda values. By substituting these 4 values in this expression, you will get the area of the triangle, where area of the triangle is formed by when the 3 straight lines equation of a triangle is given. This is the formula useful when 3 straight lines of a triangle is given only. This is the usage of this formula here. We have 3 types of straight triangle, area of the triangle formula here. So understand clearly, don't get confused while solving the questions. And the next point is area of the triangle formed by the lines. Area of the triangle formed by lines in the form of y is equal to mi x plus ci, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3. He is given a straight line equation that is in the form of slope and intercept. Where m is the slope, c is the intercept. Slope and intercept form, where y is equal m1 x plus c1 and y is equal, y1 is equal y2. Next, m2 x plus c2 and y3 is equal m3x plus c3. This is a triangle here. Here this is y1, this is y2 and this is y3 is given. So this is a straight line equation in the form of slope and intercept. One slope and one intercept in every equation. When three straight lines equations are given in the form of slope and intercept form, then the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 of modulus of sigma. This is sigma of c1 minus c2 whole square m1 minus m2. This is the modulus value. Sorry. Next, here if you want to remove sigma here, then 1 by 2 of c1 minus c2 whole square plus m1 minus m2. Next, plus c2 minus c3 whole square by m2 minus m3. Next, plus up to sigma up to 3 here, c3 minus c1 by m3 minus m1. Modulus closing. If you whole square, this is a whole square. So if you find all the values here, c1, if you substitute all the values of three straight lines equation, here c1, c2 are intercepts of two straight lines, c1, c2, c3, c1 comma c2 comma c3 are intercepts of three straight lines, m1 comma m2 comma m3 are slopes of three straight lines. If you substitute intercepts and slopes of three straight lines in this expression, you will get the area of the triangle formed by three straight lines whenever he is given the straight lines in the form of slope and intercept form. This is all about this point here. And the next one is, if P1, P2 are distance between parallel sides of a parallel side and theta is an angle between adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So then the whose sides are, here he is given a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram I am taking. Here this is one set of straight lines, parallel lines. This is second set of parallel lines. Here theta is an angle, adjacent angle between two straight lines here, where he is given these two are one set of parallel lines and these two are two set of parallel lines. Here A1, B1 are common here, and one set of parallel line, one set of parallel lines. Then if you want to find the area of this parallelogram, then the condition is C1 minus C2 into D1 minus D2 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1 modulus of total value, where C1 C2 are constants of these values and A1 A2 are A1 B2 are coefficients of the values. D1 D2 is the constant between the second set of parallel lines here, and this is all about this point here if you want to find the area of the parallelogram here. And the next point is area of the rhombus. This is the final point, area of the rhombus. If you want to find area of the rhombus, this is a rhombus. Rhombus is having all the sides are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. This is D1 and this is D2. This is A. This is all sides are equal. So that's why this is I am taking A here. When area of the triangle, this is already we know this formula 1 by 2 of D1 and D2, where D1 D2 are diagonals of a rhombus here. For example, this is 10, this is 12. So then 1 by 2 of 10 into 12. So 2 1 ja 2 5 ja 5, 12 5 ja 60. 60 is the area of the triangle. 60 units. 60 units is the area of the triangle. This is all about the triangle and quadrilateral for the straight line chapter. In next session we will discuss foot and perpendicular of the straight line here. Thank you.